Hi, everyone, and welcome to Module 1 of our Exploring Business Research course. This module is going to be laying the groundwork. It's going to be starting the research process. And so we have a lot of learning to do regarding how to do research, how it's done, the appropriate ways, talk about ethics a little bit later on in the semester, but we need to start somewhere. So we start with our chapter 1. That's laying the groundwork. That's research foundations and fundamentals. And so in business or in any field or discipline, there's some level of research done. Whether you are a researcher at a college level institution or you're a researcher maybe in research and development within a company itself, research has to start somewhere. And so we need to kind of lay the groundwork for what that universal language is. We need to learn what the terms are. We need to learn some definitions, figure out, how do we create questions, things like that, all of which will come up later in the semester. But we're going to be laying the groundwork within our chapter 1 content. Then we feed into chapter 2, which is the research process, which is an overview. And so in that overview, we learn a lot more about the actual research, like the starting process. So you're asking yourself questions like, is my research focused? So this is before you even start anything, you got to lay a plan or groundwork down. So you're going to be asking yourself, is my questions or are my questions focused, right? Is my overall topic focused or is it too broad? If a research topic is too broad, you can't actually do research on it in a feasible way. You can't do research on everything all at once. You have to start small and then build outwards from there. You're going to ask yourself, do I have a plan on how do I collect data? Have I thought about the ethics of my approach? Is it ethical or is it unethical? And are my questions and research leading to something meaningful? And are the results going to be very trustworthy? And in today's world, we need to be able to rely on that research. We need to be able to rely on data, and we need to be able to share with the world and with other people. Here's what I did. Here's my findings. Here's how I came to those findings. Because it's not just about going to do a little bit of research and saying, hey, here's what I found. You are essentially proving the research that you've done, which is extremely important because people are going to ask, well, why is it that you're saying X, Y, and Z is the truth? You want to say, well, it's because I did these things to come to those conclusions. So that's what Module 1 is going to be laying the groundwork. You have some lesson videos regarding the basics and foundations of research. You also have your discussion questions, and you will have your introduction to your semester-long project, which feeds into your very first module. So throughout the entire subterm of this online course, you are going to be performing a research project that's going to be very encompassing, and it flows from one module to the next. So you need to make sure that you're starting early in the week on your assignment, so that way you can make sure it's completed, because each week builds off of the next. Okay, so what you do in module 1 is going to feed directly into module 2. What you do in module 2 is going to feed directly into module 3. So make sure that you are completing all the work and your readings before the end of the week, so that way you don't fall behind. If you fall behind on one assignment, it's going to be very difficult to catch up because of how all of our assignments are connected. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to our discussions this week, and I will see you in our module 2.